Sebastian Fabijaski is our guest. A huge pleasure. Thank you for coming by. I mean, it's holiday season, right? So it's hectic.
Yeah, it is.
But you found a time in your calendar.
Yeah, I did.
I have to say, lately we've had some cancellations because people are, it's hectic times.
Yeah.
People are getting the Christmas gifts. They don't bother coming to podcasts.
Yeah.
But you're here today.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. Sebastian, I always start with a round of introduction for my guests. But with you, you
have no introduction.
I didn't know how to start. I didn't know where to start. Because, of course, I have a plan for you and I have things I want to discuss, But I always start with something that's really relevant for you, that's like current, that's something that you can relate to. Yeah. Because it's nice to break the ice, like when we talk about something that's truly yours.
Yeah.
And then I was writing a script and I thought to myself, okay, when I think of Sebastian, the first thing that comes to my mind is that this guy does so many things at the same time. So perhaps the opening question I have for you is there anything you don't do?
Many things.
You don't take compliments, clearly, apart from that.
That is, of course, a lot of things I don't do. And a lot of things that I don't like to do. And mostly I'm doing things in my life which I like. And I used to live, maybe it's not the best word, but I used to live in kind of freedom, artistic freedom.
Now it's not the case anymore? You said used to.
Yes, because it's really difficult to do that, especially in Poland. It's really, really difficult to be free.
Completely.
And of course, it's impossible to be free at all as a human being in, these circumstances. Yeah, these circumstances and in this world.
In the system that we live in. There you
so
go.
It's really impossible. Probably impossible. Maybe if you will, for example, if you will decide to throw everything out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smartphones, your relationships, and your whole material life, and decide to go to the forest, like in the movie Into the Wild. Maybe in that way you can touch freedom in some way.
I don't think you can touch it fully. You're still
of course
your
not.
Feelings and with your thoughts.
Of course.
But it's
of course.
way.
And your bad habits, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Way how you think about stuff. You always will be in this shit. I mean system, modern world.
That you cannot escape fully, ever.
You're
stuck
can,
in it.
Of course. Indeed. So, being an artist
mm-hmm.
is a big word. Huge word. We have a lot of artists on Instagram, content creator, you know what I mean? Everyone is an artist.
Nowadays, yeah. It's a very broad term.
Of course it is. So, being an artist, it's really difficult to manage when people want to be themselves, mm-hmm. right? Be yourself.
Easier said than done sometimes, maybe. No?
I think it's kind of a trap.
Mm.
Be yourself.
Why do you think so?
Because it's impossible to know who you are.
the older you are, the more questions you have, right?
You can meet yourself in situations, not in theory. Every day, you're getting a knowledge of yourself. You can't say who you are, and you can't say me myself. I am myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, when you're an artist, there is also expectations of people. And a certain label that's put on artists, don't you think?
Yeah, of course. But I think the function of the artist is to doubt.
In yourself.
In yourself, in truth, in everything.
And keep looking for answers.
Of course.
And you'll never know if you find it. You might find it.
And giving people the questions.
Asking people questions. You see,
I think more giving, you know? Give a question. I don't know is correct phrase in English, but give a question. Yeah, of course, ask is the correct way, but is a correct phrase. But I would like to give, you know what I mean? That's why I'm using this word, give. Not ask, only give.
I see that.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Give the question.
Partnerem podcastu jest Tutlo, szkoła angielskiego online, która tak jak ja pomaga przełamywać bariery w mówieniu. I'm starting with this because you're an artist, but art can be played in many forms.
Yeah.
I feel like art can be played in as many forms as there are people on earth.
Of course.
As there are things you can do.
Yeah, there's no way to find a solution how to be an artist, you know, how to be the perfect artist. There's no solution, so you know. So focusing on you, I'm going to put you in this little box. Yeah.
Actor, singer, director, painter, father. Perhaps father should be the first one in the order.
Of course.
I'm not going to ask you an obvious question, which one is the most rewarding? It's a rhetorical question.
It is.
But I want to know, what is something that each role teaches you every day? Because I feel like you learn, it's like the curve is, you learn all the time.
Yeah.
Every day. You know, in Polish, it's like szybkie strzały. I want to do this with you. I want to start...
Quick shots.
Quick shots. I don't know if it's an English expression,
let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
I'm going to go one by one. You say one thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
It can be expression, can be a word, whatever. You make it your own. Ready?
Yeah.
Acting.
Passion.
Singing.
Passion.
Directing.
Directing is creating in the fullest way you can do it. You know what I mean? Directing, because directing, of course, this is not the one word, but I would like to explain that.
Go ahead.
Because I'm acting, I'm singing, I'm painting also, but I would like to say about it, not painting, but playing with colors. Like, you know, this is the word.
I mean, if you look at your art, it's abstract things.
It's playing with colors.
Colors.
You know? So yeah, and directing is about all these things.
Combined
about
together.
Acting, about singing, so music,
obviously.
and about painting, so picture.
Landscapes.
Yeah,
right?
creating the world.
So you could say that directing...
As an actor, I'm involved.
You have your expertise.
Yeah. I have to be part of this world. As a director, I'm observing this world. I'm creating this world. You know what I mean?
So you would say directing is a combination of all of these.
Of course it is.
And the last one, being a father.
Love. In the
purest form.
In the purest form and definition, you know, I think you can meet love in the fullest picture of this word to your child. it's impossible, in my opinion, it's impossible to love someone in the same way that you love your child.
It's an unconditional love.
My son taught me how to love. Really.
It's a mutual relationship.
It is, but still.
Yeah.
I think that, I thought that I can love. No, I couldn't.
And your son taught you that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
To get this gift from a person that you
created in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's start with music. Music was your first love.
Mm-hmm.
You say that openly. You started rapping when you were 16, 17, give or take. You also say that, and here is a quote, rap is the most honest thing in my life.
It is.
What makes rap so special for you?
Rap is about lyrics, in my opinion. It's about truth. It's about poetry, but the simplest way you can find to the audience. Because poetry, like, in, for example, Wisława Szymborska, Zbigniew Herbert, whatever, it's complicated a little bit.
How is it
you have to find
meaning.
Mm-hmm. You have to find what is going on, and the words are difficult to manage in your mind. It's like, it's really difficult to know what the author wanted to say to you.
And rap is more raw?
More strict.
Raw.
Yeah.
Strict.
Yeah.
Unstructured.
Yeah. Like, directly, you can say, in rap, there's a name of it. It's the real talk. So it's about real talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, rap is the most honest thing I'm doing.
And what has rap given you that acting hasn't?
My words. In movies, I'm using not my words.
It's a script you follow.
Yeah. So
you could say that rap is more authentic than being an actor?
More authentic. Yeah. More authentic. Yeah. For example, for sure. Yeah. Authentic and as you told in the beginning, right? Honest, more honest. Because when I'm acting, I'm not myself.
You put a
I'm
mask.
using myself to be someone else. I'm using my experience. I'm using my emotions. Mostly bad emotions, of course.
You release those emotions.
To be someone else. But on the other hand, you can switch it.
How so?
That I know these rappers, I know them. And I know that they are not so honest. And it's about, building their legend. So maybe rappers are actors also.
I believe so very much. At the end of the day, they're all artists. So they have this ability to...
Yeah, they want to shine. Because artists want to shine.
They strive for fame.
Of course.
Let's call it...
Yeah, because
spade.
You have to know that about yourself when you doing some artistic.
Is it necessarily bad, you would say?
Oh, no. But you have to know that about yourself, that you want to shine.
And get approval.
From
strangers.
Of course.
Interesting,
strangers.
Right?
What doesn't make you, what doesn't kill you simply make you strange. Mm,
Who said that? It rings a bell.
the Joker.
Joker did indeed.
Yeah, that you want to shine. You want to shine, and this is nothing bad. This is nothing you can judge
Or be ashamed of. Or-
yeah
Yeah.
like maybe you missed something in your life. Maybe you didn't get that portion of love that you need, and you want to, like, grab from life or from people
Mm-hmm.
this love. But of course it's impossible, because you're always hungry.
For more.
There's no way to feel
Full.
with love
You always
from
want more.
strangers.
No.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
You can't do it. You can't do it. So from definition, you can't do it.
We're starting with rap, but I also want to touch upon the topic of transition that we're seeing with our own eyes. The album Diamond,
Shine bright like
Diamond was released recently.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we can see that we go away from this traditional rap. Yeah. There is more melody to it.
Yeah, I started to sing.
Can you express yourself better in this world? Because it's a different reality than what you did in Popu, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
It's different.
It's, I would say, uncharted territory. It's unexplored territory. It's something new that you embarked on.
Yeah.
How do you find yourself in this new reality?
In the same way that I'm finding myself in movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking actor. You know what I mean?
And you have to find your way.
So I can act singer. But no, I would like to be honest. Singing, it's really interesting. No, this is not the best word. When you sing, you can give much more than when you rap.
But I have to interrupt. There's less lyrics. When you sing, there's less lyrics.
But there's an expression.
Mm-hmm. That is not present
Expression
in
of
rapping?
sound.
Okay.
Expression of music,
Mm-hmm.
because you're giving music from your mouth when you sing. So you can express your emotions. You can throw out your emotions by singing more than when you're rapping, because rapping is about words, a lot of words.
And it's all clashed together.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And you have to be really sharp as an audience to catch these phrases, to catch these lyrics the first time.
Mm-hmm.
When you first times hearing some track, you don't have this kind of problem when you sing. So it's about emotions.
And what emotions people can expect when they hear your album for the first time? And I know each song is different, right? But
I don't know.
they can expect, or should they have no expectations, perhaps?
It's better to have no expectations.
You also released a song with Patrycja Markowska.
Yeah.
And it's an anthem, as you say.
Yeah.
For your child.
Yeah. And
for yourself.
For my inner child.
In what way?
When you're living, when you're doing your job, earning money, solving problems, having many issues in your life, disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mental problems. You forget about your nature, your spontaneous nature. And this nature is hidden in your inner child. So that's why this track is kind of anthem for my inner child, right? And I'm telling myself, don't forget about this little boy.
That's in you.
That's in
It's
you.
a reminder.
Yeah. So always be this little boy.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that, because we live in a times where it's really necessary.
Success is a religion. And how to remember to be a child, you know, when success is a religion. So your goal to achieve is success. So you have no place in your mind to be spontaneous, to be happy, to feel everything, you know, to see the world in so naive way that you are observing, that you are fascinated as a child. You know what I mean?
It's like a carefree, like, right? You're carefree, running around
Yeah.
in your grandma's village, whatever.
Yeah, because, you know,
right? No worries.
Yes, but, you know, at the end of the day,
You get older.
we are mortal.
Yeah. Sebastian, apart from rapping, you're an actor. Experienced, you played variety of roles.
Yeah.
Priest, psychopath,
Yeah.
drug addict.
Psychopaths.
Drug addict.
Yeah.
Prepper. What makes someone a good actor?
You have to be touchy. If you're touchy, you can react. And you can react in real time because you are touchy.
And do you think we are born with this set of characteristics, like you said, or is it something you acquire throughout your childhood?
I think that we are all an actors.
Better or worse?
Yeah, but I'm doing it in my business. And I know that I'm doing it. But people also do that and they don't know they're doing it. You know what I mean? So it's a kind of trap that we are all in.
And based on what you said, the talent itself is not enough in this industry, right? As you said, sensible, touchy. Talent itself won't make you a good actor or the best actor or whatever.
Talent is ability to pretend that you feel something on your structure. If you can pretend, you can. We all can. And if you use your emotions, your softness in yourself, and become touchy, you can give the emotions to the audience.
Was there times when it was difficult for you to do that? I mean, I have my own theory. I can say it. Mowa Ptaków was a movie which
really difficult for me.
Was difficult to take part in, no?
Yeah,
Why?
Because my father died 1 year ago or something like this.
And did it affect your performance?
Yeah, because I was full of fear. after this movie, like few months after, I decided to go to the hospital, psychiatric. For me, well, like, you know, unmanageable. There's a correct word.
Yeah, you said it correctly.
Yeah.
Unbearable. Nie do zniesienia, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Reality was
Unbearable.
Yeah. So I decided to help myself. But yeah, Mowa Ptaków was really difficult in this way. It was, you know.
Because it's also, I imagine it like this. You have a script. You need to follow that script. You need to be fully in the character in that particular moment, in that particular scene. And you don't feel like it that particular day. You're a human being after all, no?
Yeah.
But you have to deliver. It needs to be done.
You're an actor, so you have no way out.
Let's stay within the topic of acting, but I do want to talk about labels that we put on people.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like you're trying to break free from it.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult. My previous guest back in the day was Julia Kamińska.
Yeah.
She used to, I mean, she's still an actress, but now she's singing.
Yeah.
And she admitted herself that we as a society have this, we tend to put labels because it's easier to put people in a box. Would you agree with that?
Yes, but I don't want to judge people because it's really easy to judge. I don't know them. I don't know why they're doing that shit, you know, why they're trying to put me in some box and don't let me go out, you know what I mean? I don't know why they're doing it, but
I have a theory. It's just easier for them to understand the reality of this complex society.
Of course, but still, it's kind of theory. You don't know facts about them. So of course we can, you know,
theorize.
Of course, and we can find a lot of theories. But still, I would like to let them do that because I know that I'm unpredictable, and if they you know put some label on my head, like in this game, you know, tomorrow I will throw it out and show them that not today.
Satan. Sebastian, aside from acting career in Poland, aside from your acting career in Poland, you have also aspired to pursue international career. And here's your quote. Here is your quote from 2020. Let's rewind, go back to 4 years ago. Let's see if what you said is applicable nowadays. I'm gonna read it. It's in Polish. Chciałbym, żeby filmy, w których gram, miały wpływ nie tylko na ludzi w naszym kraju. Od tego jestem jako aktor. Wierzę w to, że mogę być takim neuronem, przekaźnikiem emocji i informacji. Now, with Bastian around, obviously, you cannot imagine moving permanently to the United States, which you thought back in the day. It's the reality you're in. Voila, the end of the topic. But European productions, I think, are still reachable. And Black Bits is an example of that. Polish-Italian production that you took part in. I want to know, do you still have aspirations for European productions in the movie making?
Of course I have, but I have no tension. There's no any pressure, you know. I believe that if someone
just go
search for something like me, he will do that, you know.
He will find a way to do it.
Yeah.
No need to plan
I feel that it's going to happen because my English is not so fluent, but I think my accent is completely not European you know.
We will be talking about this.
So I think that this is the way not to be a Russian spy. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that. You say openly that you also got rid of your accent.
Yeah.
You took part in, what was it? Probably workshops, I imagine, or
Yeah, native working
with a native,
yeah,
which is great way
yeah.
for people to also learn a language because it's authentic language. And
the native was from Washington, D.C.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's where the accent comes from.
I really like to pretend accents, you know, Alabama.
What are some other accents you can do? We have Alabama.
British. Yeah, like, you know, a lot of accents. I wanted to pretend, and I was practicing because it was fun for me, kind of fun, you know. Because, for example, I was pretending, I was impersonation. I was how I would say impersonations because I'm in trailers, American movies, trailers of American movies. There was a guy, the preview guy, Dan LaFontaine probably, and I was learning by heart a lot of trailers. For example, Scream. It was like, hello, surprise, Sydney. Who is this? Tell me your name, I tell you mine. Someone is playing a deadly game. Someone who's seen one too many scary movies. Don't open the door. Don't try to hide. Scream, coming soon. And I was, you know, trying to pretend that I was recording this. So I was really.
It's a nice practice.
Yeah,
about it. I mean,
of course, I was really young. I was really young when I was doing this, but. Yeah, still a lot of things. For example, the score, Angelo. That was like 24 guards, 9 video cameras. I can't do this word.
You're doing it pretty well. Way better than I would do it.
I did it. I did it much better because. And are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? I have no skills now.
But you see, that's what I wanted to say is that this drive has been there.
Yeah.
Ever since you were boy, teenage boy, whatever.
Yeah, it was.
And it doesn't die out. It's still within.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So, you know, my passion to do that kind of stuff maybe was useful.
We don't see that many Polish actors abroad. The first one that comes to my mind is Marcin Dorociński. He played in Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
We have Joanna Kulik, Anna Maria Siekludzka, obviously. But it's still not super common. What do you think holds Polish actors back from gaining more recognition abroad? Is it the accent that we have, and then it puts us into this, as you said, Russian spy? Or
we have
strong accent.
We as a nation, we have problem with accent. We can't use mouth and, you know, everything around here, like around chest. Because American accent, like real American accent, is about your throat.
It's like deep down there.
Yeah, it's about your throat.
Yeah,
you know, it comes from your throat. We are used to speak from
the abdomen
here, like wah. But American accent, you know what I mean? They are here. They are more here on your nose, from your throat. And it is a problem to use your tongue in the correct way, like computer. You know what I mean? It's really difficult to manage how to move your tongue to get this effect, like American accent, right? So the R we have a problem with this. We have R, you know. We have really stiff tongue. You have to keep your tongue stiff. But American accent, you know, is that you have to be more relaxed, more lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why we have problems with accent.
But does having a universal accent, let's call it universal, American universal accent,
Yeah.
is it really a way to become successful? I'll give you another example.
And talent, of course.
Sofia Vergara, you know, Colombian actress. She played in Modern Family.
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, there's an actress.
Oh,
She's quite famous. She has a very distinct Spanish accent.
Yeah, but about Spanish people
Is it different?
Is different
in the
completely
US,
different.
right?
Yeah, it's different
Because we have
look
this-
at Salma Hayek, look at Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
Right. For example, Penelope Cruz still speaks like a Spanish girl.
And she made the career
Exactly.
of her life.
Exactly. The same Monica Bellucci.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, because it's really, for example, I think, in my opinion, it's really, it's easier be an actor when you looks like Penelope Cruz or Javier Bardem, right? Not so Polish,
Mm-hmm.
like more international. They don't have like, I mean, faces.
The jaw structure is different.
Yeah,
right?
they are more universal.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christopher Waltz.
Mm-hmm. Austrian? No,
Yeah,
Austrian
yeah,
or Swiss. Austrian.
yeah. He's
He won Oscar,
yeah,
as far as I know.
yeah. Twice.
With it, accent.
Yeah, but his face. You know
So
what I
it's
mean?
the looks then.
Yeah,
They also play a role. But I do think we also go away from this like beauty standards.
yeah, of course. But it's not about the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, as I told you, more universal faces.
Mm-hmm.
They need more universal characteristic still, but more universal. You know, we have Polish people are recognizable.
100%. I'm out on the street.
Yeah,
Abroad, 99% of a chance I'll know. This is a
exactly.
Polish,
That
you know,
maybe
the way we
that's
dress, the way we
behave.
walk.
Yeah.
Even it's everything. You can
Yeah, it's
feel
about our voice.
body language,
Also,
voice,
you know.
and the face structure. For me, it's really a game changer.
You can recognize Polish people really easily.
Sebastian, I still want to go back to Black Bits because we touched upon it, but I do want to get your opinion on. Well, we're not going to get into the movie itself, but it was in English.
Mm-hmm.
You said you got rid of the accent for the sake of this movie or not. It was probably the part of the
Before
process. But how does it feel to do an international production? Because, as you said, you don't
Quite
feel
the
super
same.
fluent. But aren't there like language or cultural differences? You didn't feel it?
No,
Okay.
because we were shooting it in Italy.
Mhm.
So
I also think
I like Italy.
Italy, Poland, we're super connected, like far more than us and Germans, even
Yeah.
though we're closer.
Yeah, but
geographically.
still, I think I really like Italy. So for me, it was like a pleasure to work in Italy. You know what I mean? I love Italian people. I love their
How expressive they are.
expression, they behavior, they like fire. I can feel in them. So yeah, I feel in Italy. I feel really good. So it was a pleasure to work in this country.
Since we're still on the topic of English, I've also noticed you have this tendency. Well, tendency is a bit of a negative connotation, but it's a tendency, I think, let's call it like that, from societal point of view, that you slip in some English expressions when you speak Polish. You use in general. Use it like 7 times when I was watching Wojewódzkie and Kędzierski interview.
In general, yeah.
Is it, I have to ask, it's an interesting fact. Is it like intentional or is it like...
No, it's natural.
It's natural, right?
Yeah.
I have to say I have the same. And sometimes people look down at you. They're like, they forgot their own language, you know?
Yeah.
Because we have this...
I mean, I have a lot of words that I like in English and they don't sound in Polish language.
So you find that some ideas or thoughts are easier to express in English, right?
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
And many times it's not intentional.
Yeah, it's not.
As you said. Sebastian, I want to move on to your debut from last year.
Theater.
Hawaii.
Movie. All right.
Let's stick with the directing.
Interesting thing.
It's interesting because...
Crazy.
Bit crazy. I want to understand, without giving any spoilers, you explore complexities of male friendship.
Yeah.
But is there a friendship or is there a lack of friendship?
Lack of friendship. But still, they're close. They are close. They have a lot of issues, but they try to be close. What
inspired you to make a movie about lack of friendship rather than friendship? You have to say it's this unconventional way of doing it.
This movie is about sense of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I used this, as you told, lack of friendship to expose sense of guilt.
Within you, or people can have their own interpretation? Because we're artists and they can interpret it as however they like.
And it was a funny history, but
tell us more about it.
Funny story, because producers called me and asked him, "Hi Sebastian, maybe you want to direct a movie, feature film." And I was like, "What? Of course I would like to, but what are you talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
"Maybe please give me the script. I will read it.
I'll go through it. I'll see if
and I will back to you with my thoughts about it."
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like this, or was it?
I read the script and I thought, oh my God, it's not going to be a feature film. This will be a short. I couldn't do from this script full length movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was impossible. It was. So I told them that I can do it, but it has to be short, like 30 minutes maximum. And I have to make a lot of changes in the script.
How much of you we can see there without getting into details, but you got the script. I'm sure what goes through your mind is, okay, this is like my debut. So I want this to be like...
But it was so fucking spontaneous, you know. I didn't care about that it's my debut, or, you know, this is really important to, you know, to make a great movie. No, it was like, you know, a spontaneous creation. I was trying to, because I love absurd, right? Sarcastic things, sarcastic humor. I love. So,
and we can see a lot of that.
Yeah. So
There.
black also.
Black humor is there too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was working with actors on the set. They were following me. And I think it's really interesting thing. I don't know, movie. I don't know. Maybe it's not a movie. Maybe it's, I don't know, experience.
It is an experience.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Experience.
Yeah. I would suggest everybody just watch it. It's a good watch. Because you can also interpret it in so many ways. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
But it's also, you say spontaneous. I don't fully believe you. I mean, the idea, yeah, but some things were planned out, obviously, by the
Yeah, of
by the
course,
scriptwriter.
of course. We had a script.
Yeah.
We didn't improvise, right? So, but still, it was creating in real time.
Partnerem podcastu jest Tutlo, szkoła angielskiego online, która tak jak ja pomaga przełamywać bariery w mówieniu. Sebastian, last theme I want to discuss is your voice.
My voice.
Yeah. I'm mesmerized by it. And when you're an actor, it's not just the body language. You don't play with your body, it's also the voice, the way you emphasize words, the way you modulate your tone.
Yeah.
Because you can show different emotions through your voice. It is really a tool of an actor.
It is.
You add your depth to it.
Yeah.
You also have experience in dubbing. I'm talking Finn, Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
But we're not going to be focusing on Finn. You did some impersonations already. I'm not fully... I'm happy with what I heard, but I think we can hear some more. I think people would expect that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you've seen, like in the US, there is this wheel musical impressions.
No.
So there is celebrities. Celebrities come to the show. Usually it's singers. And for example, Ariana Grande was singing Celine Dion's song, and she's like, But we're not gonna do singing. We're gonna do acting. In English, would you be up for a challenge?
We can try.
Let's do some impersonations.
Ah, 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 ah. Ooh, aha. Oh, ha. I thought my jokes are bad. How about magic trick, huh? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! Spots gone. Oh, by the way, the suit wasn't cheap. You wanna know? You bought it. Let's win the clock back a year. These caps and lawyers wouldn't dare curse any of you. What happened? Your balls drop off? Listen, the guy like me...
A freak. I had to.
Guy like me...
Yeah.
No i tak dalej.
A freak.
A freak.
Joker.
The Joker.
Obviously. I wish I had this skill to do that. It's non-existent. Let's try something else. Let's do the Dark Knight still. Is there anything else in the
Dark
repertoire?
Knight Rises. Bane. But it will be a short one.
Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of the plane.
So where's the next step of your master plan?
Crashing the plane with no survivors.
And there was a really nice quote of Bane.
When Gotham is ashes, then you have my permission to die.
I can do it without this.
Obviously, this was a mask that he was wearing.
It was, but I can do it without it, and it will sound a little bit worse, but still, it was It sounds like,
Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of the plane.
Sebastian, rumor has it you're a fan of Fight Club.
yeah, Fight Club.
So one more just to finish off, to wrap up.
The first rule of Fight Club is you not talk about Fight Club.
This is the American accent.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be experiencing this live.
Thank you.
Sebastian, we're going to be slowly wrapping up. I have a last question. It's the question I always ask,
Yeah.
but with you, I'm going to do it differently.
Yeah.
I always ask for a piece of advice
For you.
for the audience, for
Audience.
people. But with you, I'm going to do it differently.
Yeah.
I want you to give
Yeah.
a piece of advice for your son who might be watching it in 5-10 years time. I mean, God knows what. What would you say to him?
Many things, but don't believe them. Believe in yourself. Because they will change their mind in a second. Like this.
Believe in yourself, your inner self, your inner child, perhaps.
Whole picture, whole structure, or everything.
Sebastian, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you.
I really think this conversation is going to be
Legendary.
that for sure, and motivating for a lot of people.
Legendary.
Wish you all the best with your future
Thank you.
endeavors.
You too.
Pleasure.